Welcome back to another edition of Laying It Down. It is January 27th on a Thursday, joined by Scout and Sloth. What's going on? Just came off probably the greatest weekend of football ever.
Yeah, still fired up. How about you guys?
Yeah, got my lumbar support in. Shout out to the Sloth there. Feeling good.
Chair gang. Get your chair game up. Woody.
Yeah.
My chair's from IKEA.
Yeah, your
Yikes.
chair's going to have arms.
Yeah, your
Soft.
chair's going to give you back problems. It's going to suck.
It does have arms. It's just
No, it doesn't.
they're low.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Fraud.
It doesn't.
You
Yeah.
want me to prove it?
No,
No
we
arm.
don't.
No
We
arm
don't want to
Woody.
see it.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yes.
I don't see anything.
Yeah. Oh my, those are some low arms.
Yo, your
Yeah.
camera just cut out.
I'm not falling.
Wood, you there?
Yeah. So, I don't
How's
know.
this
I
weekend?
guess.
Even compare. How's it?
Yeah,
How's it answer?
how do you-
How's it answer the bell? All four.
I feel like we're gonna be
walk-offs?
let down.
100%.
How'd you guys-
We
how'd
just
you
got
guys-
off the best game of all time, like in the history of NFL.
How'd
all
you guys
games.
make out? Gambling wise, did you guys survive?
Ricky
Didn't
retired.
bet.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
so
well,
Ricky does this
Retired.
thing where
Yikes.
anytime there's like a big event that's hyped up, like March Madness or playoffs or something, like round one, that like just unloads it all on
Everything.
the hype, and then
Yeah.
out by either round two of March Madness or
out by 4:30
the
on
divisional
Saturday.
round. Yeah. So
That was a fun weekend, especially from somebody who did have the right side of. I didn't bet the first game, so I bet the other three. It's on the right side of all of them. Tell you what an electric weekend to be on the right side of all of them, because it was fun. I had a parlay on Sunday for both of those games. Wow, that was lit. That was a fun time. San
Parlays are
Francisco money line. Rodgers dead. Start there.
speaking of speaking of parlays, we have to shout out our dear friend BK on
Yeah.
hitting
Oh yeah.
the
Nice
mega
BK.
parlay.
It's a good hit.
Ricky wasn't ever much of a parlay guy, but I see where if you have like an 8-legger and you hit the first 3, 4, you're like, well, maybe it's a possibility.
Yeah,
Um,
it gets fun.
And then you hit the
Yeah.
5, 6.
The thing is,
So-
man, it's like $5. You can win like 800 or whatever, and maybe you only got $100 in your account. You got 20 tries at it.
And
hit-
so
you hit
BK
one of it.
sent us the slip, and it was a weird number. He bet it was like $62.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
definitely-
gonna
I
be-
think
he
that's
definitely gets
exactly
zeros.
what that was. I think that was at the clear out the account,
Yep, definitely was.
and he's all the way back. I'm
all the way
assuming.
back. Love to see it.
So shout out
I'm all the way
BK.
back too, so I'm in.
Congrats.
Dude, when you have all those bets pending, as somebody who has to, can't do it as the games happen. Have to kind of do a couple days at once here. So you do it, and all the bets are pending, and you're like, okay, $3.50 if these all lose, huh? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, let's start. First, Sloth, you have an announcement before we.
Yes. So I
Get to
mean,
the
our
divisional.
our year-long competition. I mean, it's surprising you guys didn't really want to get into this. This was when Sleepy Sloth was here, so we didn't get to go over it. But our
Mhm.
picks, the finals, the champion, the belt, will have a new owner this year. The belt.
Who won it the first
Passing
year?
I am passing. I won it the first year.
Oh, you
Oh.
won. Wow. Congrats.
we kept-
didn't know
we-
that.
Figurative bell.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Ding,
We
ding.
kept records last year, and I had like a 55%. What are you talking
I don't
about?
remember.
What'd you get this
Yeah.
year?
This year I came in at 48.15.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
so
still good.
26 and 54 was my record. Yeah,
When you say that, it makes it sound like you lost 57 times.
26 out of 54 times. So
There you go.
yeah, sorry. So whatever
Wait.
it was.
Because I'm trying
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
like make you sound
Yeah.
better, you know?
Yeah, sorry. It's just the way division works. you
Yeah. No, I get it.
know? Best category for me was underdogs, 10-4, and 8-5 with over
Makes
unders.
sense.
Worst
Nice.
category
That makes
was
sense.
locks, 4-10 in locks, 4 and
But
9
you
in
sprung
favorites.
upon us
Yeah.
week one.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
even have been
which-
in there.
And then within our point system, that makes me finish at 31 points with I got 1 extra point from obviously that money long line dog pick, which was my pick was Bills on mid-October. I guess that was against the Chiefs. Yeah, called it.
Sunday night
foreshadowing.
Yep. First half of the season, right till week 7, we were really strong here. So I came in second, last place.
That's me.
Take a guess.
Yeah, that's me.
Not me.
Woody. So your new champion is Scout at 49.09%.
The cowbell's going.
Beat me by a pick. And Woody 24 out of 55 there for you.
Fair reflection.
You were 4-10 in over unders. That really hurt you.
Kept going to it.
But both of you were 6-8 in locks, which kept you in it. Underdogs 7-7 for you, Woody. 9-5 for Scout there. 7-6 in favorites. I mean, you guys were pretty equal the whole way. It's just really the over under that killed you guys. You finished with 31 points, tied with me, and Scout with 33. And he didn't get his money line dog pick because he got it wrong when he took the Saints. Wow. You got it right when you took the Dolphins. Me and Woody both 11-3 in our teaser picks. 8-6 really though from Scout. So what a comeback! We got.
Wow.
Thank you. I was way down.
So our teaser was 5-8 overall. This last week of the season, you actually went 4-1 to steal the crown from me because I went 3-2, so or 2-3. So yeah.
So I blocked the punt.
But nobody cares about that.
For a touchdown.
Congrats on the title.
Thank you.
Now into the best weekend of football.
Credit to me.
Where do you want to start? Best or worst?
I guess we start with the
worst
first game.
Is still pretty good.
Start with the first game. Just go.
Yeah, let's do it. Cincinnati 19, Tennessee 16. Tannehill wasted 0 time on the very first play from scrimmage through a pick. And Derrick Henry comes back unexpected, and I don't know, didn't look himself 100%. To me. And Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times and still won the game.
Stupid. Tennessee, I think this is the classic Tennessee that has been showed its ugly head a couple of times this season with losses to Houston and the Jets, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
I think Cincinnati has lost to the Jets too, but kind of both of them. But I mean, Tennessee, when it's bad, it's bad. They just play down to their competition, and they can play up to it too. But Henry wasn't 100%. I know there were some reports out there that said he was going to be healthier than he ever was, or some bullshit like that. No, he wasn't healthy. That offensive line can't block. For Cincinnati, they got to fix that. But Tennessee, I mean, they must lead the league in like the bonehead errors of just games they should have won where they just do something real fucking stupid every time. That interception in the red zone where it gets tipped, just goofy shit happens to them where they just lose games. And I don't think it ever. And sorry, but this solidifies my running back argument. Running backs don't win Super Bowls. Doesn't matter if you have the best one in the world. If you don't have the quarterback, you will not win a Super Bowl. Derrick Henry is that test subject right there. Eventually they get hurt. They get run down. Never going to be the same. Tannehill's holding this team back. Clearly, defense isn't the best in the world, but 9 sacks. I mean,
they did their job.
Yeah, everybody did their job besides Tannehill. That's it. You need the quarterback. And the last game we'll touch on will show why you need the quarterback. So running backs don't win championships.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a secret that quarterbacks matter there, Sloth. So it's not groundbreaking stuff.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the argument is that even if you have a top 1% of dudes, top 3 running back, number 1 seed, kills it all year, whatever, comes back. I mean, obviously he was hurt and comes back. Still eventually comes down to the quarterback, even with that guy at 80% or whatever. Because everything else worked.
Yeah, it definitely comes down to the quarterback. And the defense only gave up 16 points. So typically, if you're only going to give up 16 points, in a playoff game, you expect to win that game. So
Sure.
Bengals did their job. Tannehill was bad, to put it lightly, 66% QB rating. That pick was really bad with his first throw of the game. Just, I don't know. I guess we probably expected Tennessee to come out on top here, being at home and having the bye and everything like that. But ice
I
cold
thought the
Joe
Bengals
Burrow.
were still building a little bit. I felt like a playoff win was pretty much their peak, but now they're starting to give me a little bit Eagles vibes. 2017.
They just beat Kansas City.
Yeah,
week 17.
Yeah. So it's just kind of that vibe they're having of just like, hey, everybody just expect this team to make the playoffs, get a playoff win. That's building, like that's good. Second year QB, whatever, like coming off an injury, like let's see what this team does, and they're believing in them, and they're going, and like I think they have more of a chance against Kansas City than I think maybe the public thinks, because what are they, 7-point underdogs right now?
Yeah, 7-point dogs.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit tighter than that, just because Kansas City doesn't have the defense that what they faced. Like they don't have the D line like that. Like they're going to be able to throw with Kansas City.
Oh yeah, the week 17 matchup was a shootout. They have the firepower offensively to hang with them. So, but I don't know what the Titans do with Tannehill, man. Like he's not it, but it's the question in the NFL. If you don't have a top 5 guy and your guy's average, you're really just stuck in this.
You need everything to go right. You need everything to go right, and
you need snow in Lambeau Field and a punt block and a extra point and a field goal block. Like you need
Jimmy G's that guy that is getting everything to go right.
Yep.
But like you really do need it all just to happen, because otherwise, like you need luck to happen. Otherwise, because you don't have a guy that can make their own luck, like Mahomes can or Josh Allen can. But it's like, I mean, where would you put Tannehill at this point? Is he the better version of Kirk Cousins? Like
with upside, Kirk with like I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like what is it? Because I feel like they're middle of the road where like they'll get you where you gotta go, but they need the running game. If they don't if you take away Derrick Henry, like it's a shit show there.
Yeah, and it's crazy because he had a couple boneheaded plays, but then he makes literally the perfect pass to AJ Brown on that bomb, and it literally tucked under his arm. Like it was an insane throw, but it was just the Ryan Tannehill experience. Like that's what we got to watch on Saturday or Sunday.
What are our opinions on Vrabel coming out of this one? Good, bad coaching, good coach. I mean,
I think he's
fine
on the season. I think he's coach of the year. He had like a record breaking amount of guys play for him with COVID and all the injuries.
Yeah,
I think he's there for as long as he wants to be there.
No, I think he's coach of the year as well. I just didn't know if there was I didn't know if there was a play call or something in this game where there was some questionable thing, but maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I would love Ryan or Mike Vrabel to be the coach of my football team. I think he's a good coach.
Oh, I guess it's this. Would you, at the end of the game there, I mean, I guess you're playing to push it down the field.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, with Tannehill throwing the pick there, I mean, I guess that's the only questionable coaching to think. Do you play for overtime? Do you play for?
I think you got to go for it.
35 yards in 45 seconds or whatever they had.
Yeah. I think you got to go for that. Yeah, you just don't be a dummy and throw it in triple coverage.
And throw it to your number 4 wide receiver.
Yeah. So, I think Burrow is like he's going to be around for like a long time.
Yeah,
I know that's not breaking news, but like sacked 9 times and like stood in there. He also is coming off an ACL, MCL, like significant injury, and the dude is all the way back. So would have been cool to have Joe Burrow on your team. So
would have been.
Yeah. Other, I guess, other one seed that went down.
Right into the lucky San Francisco 49ers and
the frozen
Jimmy
tundra.
G experiment that it is.
And
dude, all the guy does is win, man. What's his playoff record now? Like 9-2 or something?
It's very good.
Shit. I mean, he wins. It's ugly. I mean, he didn't. Thank God they blocked that punt for him because he was not going to score a touchdown. There was no way Jimmy G was driving down the field 4 minutes in Lambeau, 70 yards to score the game time. Like, come on, we didn't. It was
Debo or bust.
Yeah, and then here's a question, Scout. I'm posing it to you. You've been quiet over there. And I see. Hey, shout out to Jay. I see your little avatar dancing in the background here. Who's at fault? Aaron Rodgers or the rest of the team?
Well, I think it was definitely a collective.
Who's more at fault?
Loss.
Come on.
I mean, who's more at fault? It's got to be Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you. That is the right answer. 4 minutes left. You have multiple drives in the fourth quarter to end that game, and he doesn't end the game, and you left it in the hands of your special teams, which has sucked.
Yeah. I mean,
worse than the league.
You put up 10 points at home in Lambeau against a warm weather team after a bye. I mean, there's really no excuse to only put up 10 points in this game. They moved the ball up and down the field in the first half, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what D'Amico Ryans did, but he lit a fire under his defense, and they just shut Rodgers down big time in the second half. And 10 points isn't enough to win a playoff game. How do you lose and the other team doesn't score an offensive touchdown? It's just incredible. So this was the game right here that made me stop betting. Because
put a finger on
it. Literally, it's impossible that the Packers lost this game in the fashion that they lost this game in. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this game. It's terrible.
Yeah, so Rodgers targeted Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams 21 times out of his 27 targets. And he mentioned in the post-game presser, Allen Lazard was wide open on the deep end instead of throwing that bomb in a double coverage to Devontae Adams. I think it all comes down to your MVP quarterback. He didn't make the throws. He didn't make the plays he needed to make. And he didn't trust anybody but Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams. So not great. And I think he's done in Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna have enough money to really do anything, so it makes sense. I mean, he said he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild, and I think they're pretty much they have to rebuild, right? I mean, they don't have money not to rebuild.
I think it all depends on what really happens with Devontae Adams. If Devontae Adams is able to get a long deal, I could see Rodgers maybe trying to work out an extension, maybe take a little hometown discount.
Adams is but it's not going to go that's the thing. It's not going to go that way. It's going to go Rodgers then Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams not going to stay in Green Bay either with a unsure quarterback.
It's going to be Adams is going to be the first stone, because if they don't franchise tag him, then he most likely walks, which means Rodgers walks. So if they franchise tag Devontae Adams, Rodgers is way more likely to stay in Green Bay.
It's probably a package deal either way.
Yeah, and I assume that they talk on the reg, so
yeah,
and they know what they're going to do. But yeah, I mean this game has to be on Aaron Rodgers. You don't put up, you can't expect to put up 10 points at home and win a game.
And Trent Williams had Kyle Shanahan put Trent Williams, the monstrous offensive tackle, in motion, which is like, why didn't anybody think of this sooner? Put your best lineman in motion as a fullback with a running start on third and
just
like one, and just
they just blow them up. But I was saying they did it. They tried to do it twice, and the second time the running back completely fucking botched it. And ran. He tried to run on the inside. And it's like, dude, just follow the biggest dude on the field. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, he ran over a defensive end, like it was nothing, and then he hit a linebacker. It was pretty impressive.
So, Jimmy G did enough. 11 for 19, 131 and a pick.
Can't hate it. It's what he did. It's what he did last time, right? Wasn't he 8 for 10 or something like that last time they played on the Super Bowl run or whatever? in the championship and Lambeau. Yeah, he went 8 for 10, and they like he's basically like a shittier Mark Sanchez. I mean, maybe a better Mark Sanchez in some areas, but like that's what he did, right? Like they just ran the ball, played defense, and kept the ball essentially out of his hands. And we're like, look, man, you're good enough for us to win despite you, basically. And that pick though, I mean, that pick on that throw, like George Kittle, like what the fuck
line.
are you? And that's the thing, I guess, is like they're gonna have to survive a terrible Jimmy G interception, which I guess is perfect for the NFC Championship because I'll bet it right now we're gonna have back-to-back interceptions where Stafford's gonna throw one and then Jimmy G's gonna throw one on the next play. Calling it now. Like it's just both of these guys throw the most inopportune like pick, like just like what are you doing? Like just heartbreaking interceptions on drives that are like huge. But they still win the game. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
At least in the playoffs.
I think it's safe to say, like, if that game was anywhere but Lambeau, that Packers would have probably won. Like their own, what makes Lambeau awesome is the snow and the cold, and they just couldn't do anything. I think in a dome they take it to the Niners pretty easily.
Yo, did you guys hear the like ESPN radio Lambeau fans? They like called in after the game. Were like, we got to blow the stadium up. Like they're like the snow, the cold. It's not an advantage anymore. Like we got to build a dome. Like they're like, we're done with this. Like this is like it's hurting us now. They're down.
I think
they're down bad, man. They're down bad.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, they're not wrong.
All those years, like Favre and Rodgers, and 2 Super Bowls to show for it. That's how hard it is to win a Super Bowl unless you're
so hard it is
Tom
to win
Brady. Yeah. So next game, Rams 30, Tampa Bay 27. Stafford tried his best to screw this up late, but ended up holding on.
What is it about Tom Brady, man? It's just got to be the aura of it, like because we all start like I mean they literally said it at halftime, like 27-3, and like if they're saying it, then like it was in people's heads, and then like when they start to come back, that on the Rams side it was starting to get felt. Bucs side obviously was starting to feel the magic of like it's going. Cam Akers, I think you just bench him for the rest of the year, right? I wouldn't put Cam Akers. I really wouldn't put Cam Akers back in. Like, I don't think I would play him again. Like, why?
No, I would.
Why?
Would.
You have Henderson, don't you? Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
but
what?
Cam
Akers is better because he hurt you. He fumbled twice. He cost you the game essentially twice. Cost you the game twice.
But they won, so I'm rolling him out. He's looking good.
Oh God, no, looking good. Looking like a liability. That's all.
Minus yesterday, last week.
Biggest game of the year. He's only played twice.
I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. The fumble at the goal line, that was kind of a fluky fumble. Like typically your knee or elbow or something goes down before your helmet. So I don't know. That fumble was kind of fluky. The second one, there's really no excuse. He tried to cover up, but he punched the ball right out. It was a good play by the defender. I did hear
Ndamukong Suh is just strong.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. Was listening to Bart and Hahn, and Bart was saying that look out for running backs or receivers who don't wear sleeves because all the oil or whatever from the ball when it's cold, like it gets slippery or something. I was like, what? And then Cam Akers fumbles twice, like and the ball just squirts out. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Who's Bart?
Bart Scott.
Oh, I thought you said Bart and Hahn. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, Bart and Hahn's a radio show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's on ESPN radio. But anyway, the Rams really did try to blow this game. I mean, Tampa Bay scored, 24 unanswered points? Like, is it even possible that Tom Brady goes and does this again? But
I mean, I texted you guys when it was 27-10. So is he going to do it? And it didn't even look like it was going to happen because there was a couple of possessions that they blew.
And then Cooper Kupp with the He fumbles. Yeah, I
Characteristic
mean, it was
fumble,
like
yeah.
Makes
you'd
up
almost
for it
think
to
like
not-
that the Rams are like throwing the game to make it interesting. Like,
Yeah.
but some of these plays were just, it happens.
And then it comes down to that catch. Just a beautiful basket catch. Stafford makes the throw. Boom. Kick the field goal.
Jared Goff
Game
doesn't
winner.
make that throw.
No, he does not.
That's why you trade. That's why you mortgage your future for somebody who can.
Yep.
Okay.
So I personally think Brady's done. I put it in
Really?
our group chat. Nobody else agreed. I just think
he's
his comments that are coming out we haven't heard before. He's like talking about his family and how he owes it to his wife and his kids to be there.
He doesn't want to go out like this. I mean,
Oh
he
no,
wants
you
to
know
win.
he doesn't. I think he feels guilty
Feels
for his
guilty.
family.
He should
and
have.
all
He
that.
should. He would have ended it last year if he felt guilty.
I don't know. I
Winning,
think he's
going out
done.
on top, and then he comes back, loses. Basically, I mean, they got smoked, and then they come back and make it a game because the Rams were giving it to them on a silver platter.
You think Silva looks at it though? I mean, you gotta watch that game Sunday night and be like, all right, these teams are getting fucking crazy. Like we got one, but like,
Yeah.
come on, we ain't getting past these guys. Because I mean, you think about the teams that are in the AFC now. Like, I mean, we're gonna look the next decade. We're seeing the Chargers, the Ravens, the Bills, and the Chiefs, and the Cincinnati Bengals basically every year, and then 2 floater teams.
Yep.
But hear me out. If you're Brady,
playoff teams every year.
You're in the NFC.
You are, but I'm just saying, like those
All of the
5
best-
teams are fucking scary. And then
You have a clear path to get to the Super Bowl next year because the Packers are done.
yeah, and
Done.
you still got the Rams. Well, I don't know if the Rams could pay everybody.
The Rams basically are done because they can't bring all these guys back. Odell, Von Miller were like 1 year 1 year rentals, if you ask me. You can't bring these guys back. They don't have the money.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cardinals, you're not worried about the Cardinals. The 49ers, I mean, they're doing okay, but I don't think you really have to be scared of the 49ers.
Devontae
49ers
Adams to
might win a
Tampa
Super
Bay.
Bowl, bro. Come on.
Are you scared of the 49ers?
I think the 49ers low-key might. I think they could go to the Super Bowl. Like I don't
Hard
think
to beat
there's
somebody
any
3 times.
Yeah, but also hard to get over the hump if this dude owns you because this dude's it's in McVay's head.
Hard to get over the hump.
I'm just saying.
Fair.
This team wants to win. You got Kittle in those commercials. I don't know. Maybe it's just the commercial of Kittle just sitting there, and I get that NFL audio of him going, "I'm gonna be back here." When they lost the Super Bowl, so I'm just like, all right, he's gonna be back. Like he said it. Like I believe you, Kittle. Like he's gonna.
I think if the Niners make it to the Super Bowl, they get crushed.
By either team. By either team.
But they get crushed.
I don't think so. Because both of those teams can't stop the run.
If that's all you do, I think they can stop the run.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody knows the 49ers want to run the ball. They're still here.
Yeah, and they didn't score an offensive touchdown last game in the snow where they only could run the ball.
Yeah,
Hello. If you don't score an offensive touchdown against the Chiefs,
man, it's tough to play.
You're going to get crushed.
Right, but the Chiefs got to beat the Cincinnati first,
and they're going to kill the Bengals too. We'll get to that.
Here we go. Classic.
I think Devontae Adams
can't go wrong.
We'll get to
Maybe
it.
Devontae Adams ends up in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would Brady. If Devontae Adams goes to Tampa Bay,
he's gonna go. He'll go play with Derek Carr again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to college together. They're buddies.
Fresno State.
Well, Derek Carr's not staying where he's at, so we'll see where he goes.
Why?
There's a lot of talk about Derek Carr getting the fuck out of Oakland.
Not if Devontae Adams goes there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he could go to Pittsburgh too with Devontae Adams.
Sure. Come to Miami, Mr. Devontae. We'll pay you. No problem.
We'll pay you, and then we'll let you bitch in the offseason and pay you again.
Yep. Bring in Michael Thomas too.
Okay. He
Oh,
didn't retire yet.
The greatest game of all time: Chiefs 42, Buffalo 36 in overtime. We'll get to the overtime, the rules, and all that. I don't know where you want to start here. You could really start at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter, and it had more than most games had. I think Mahomes threw for like over 170 yards from the 2-minute mark in the fourth. Like, it was just stupid.
Yeah, I think if you want to start there, I mean, the first half of the game was, okay, all right. I mean, just kind of standard. What was the score going into
it was
the
14-14 at the end of the first half.
What was the score before the 2-minute warning though? It was like 26
Let
to
me
20.
give me a sec.
21 to 24.
No, it was more than a 3-point game because that's why they were scoring.
So it was
That's why they
29 to
went for
26.
Oh, at the 2-minute
2-minute
warning.
warning.
You're saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis,
hell of a game, 4 touchdowns. I mean, both of these, like I said, I think we said last week on the pod that this was a Super Bowl essentially, right? That this was this was going to be a crazy game and, lived up to the hype, which we love to see. It is kind of wild to look back at that 2-minute warning and be like, this was the game. Like, it was 4th down and goal, or 4th down and whatever it was. And like Gabriel Davis touchdown right under the 2-minute warning.
4th and
like
13.
That saved the over for BK's parlay right there. Like, it was, everything was dead. Everything was dead. I was essentially like feeling good about where I was bet wise with the Chiefs money line. Like, everything was looking good.
Yeah.
And then, just chaos. Just both of them scoring like, you scored too quick. Josh Allen scores, minute 56, obviously way too much time. Chiefs go down, score minute 3, like too much time. And Josh Allen scores and like people put jokes out like too much time, 13 seconds left. And it legitimately was. That's why you don't run a draw, Mike McCarthy. You'd fucking pass the ball and you might actually win a game. But it's just... I don't know. I mean, what do you really say? I mean, these two guys, like,
it was awesome.
Hopefully, we see this for the next decade. Good, like,
you will.
Just back and forth with these two dudes just going at it because the last 2 minutes were literally just like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. I think that was every group chat in America, right? Holy shit.
Yes.
What the fuck? What the hell is going on? Oh my God. Like, I mean, I have my girlfriend here, Jackie, obviously watching fucking the game too, and she's just like, fucking, holy shit, what the fuck? everybody just fucking, like, that's all you could say back to each other for the last half hour, 45 minutes of that game, and then in the overtime. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts
on the rules?
Stop somebody
on the rules.
It's the NFL.
I have 2 thoughts on it.
I'm okay with both arguments, actually.
Okay, I think we all kind of share the same sentiment here. Is that, like, the rules, the way they are essentially, and it's more fair than it was. I mean, it used to be a field goal.
Yes.
So it's like, all right, you got to stop them from scoring a touchdown. Just because they get the ball to 25 doesn't mean they're going to go 75 yards and score a touchdown just because they called heads. Like, I think that's kind of a lazy argument on Twitter. Also, you had to stop them in 13 seconds. So, like, it couldn't even add, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad for Bills fans when they're like, we lost because of a coin toss. No, you didn't.
No,
you didn't. You lost like multiple times before that.
You couldn't stop somebody for 13 seconds.
I don't like. It seems like the proposed rule that everybody wants to go to is like, if they score a touchdown, then we have a chance to match a touchdown. Which, like, I guess I get your point there. Or they want to go to college rules, which I think is like absolute garbage. I think college overtime low key sucks too, but that's another argument for another day. I think the best thing to do would just be play an overtime period. Play 10 minutes. Play a 10 minute.
I totally agree.
Play a 10-minute quarter. Then nobody can bitch. Because if you get the
ball, if it's tied?
Well, then you go to a 5-minute quarter after that. Like, you cut down the time in half, basically.
But that's the whole point.
I mean, what we've had, you
want players to play a 5-hour game?
I don't think it's going to keep going like that forever, like that. Like, It just
No, I know, but in
the
theory,
chance
it
of it
could.
going to overtime and then into like a double over, like it just doesn't happen like
Like
that.
that's why in hockey and soccer they have PKs because you can't just keep playing overtime periods.
Okay, then fine. After the first overtime period, we go to field goal kicks from the 40 to 40, 45,
A horrible
45,
idea.
50. Holy
Hell
shit,
yeah.
that would be
The
electric.
worst
Are
idea
you
I've ever
kidding
heard.
me? That would be electric.
No.
Electric.
I
If
think you do it.
That would be
You
way
do it
better.
penalty kicks. You do it penalty kick way, and you do like
Yeah.
30-yard field goals, but your kicker can only kick once. You have to have a different guy go up each time. So
Even better.
yeah, best of 5. Yeah,
That's madness.
so
I just think
I think that would be awesome.
I just think if you get the ball first and you can kill 9.5 minutes and you kick a field goal and you leave the other team with 30 seconds, good luck. Like
Yeah.
you gotta, yeah.
I
Like
get it.
I don't know. Like you can make it so that like it doesn't go into, I don't know. I guess like you can make it like sudden death possession or something like that afterwards or something like that. You like count it from the 50 forward or something. I don't know. I guess that's good. It's in the kind of college rules, but I don't know.
There's really no perfect answer. So
no, there's always going to be a situation where like somebody gets fucked, but it's
Yeah.
like win the game in regulation. If you don't want shit to happen when it gets wild, win the game in regulation.
That's what I just don't get
nasty.
it. I get you want the Chiefs go down and score. I get you want Josh Allen to get the ball back. Okay, so Josh Allen gets the ball and he goes down and scores a touchdown. Then what? You're just going to give the ball back to Mahomes. He's going to go down and score another touchdown. There's going to be no time left. So I get you want to see the Bills get and therefore have a chance, but you literally just have to not give up a touchdown, and then you can get the ball back. That's all you have to do. And I don't care if teams that win the toss are 10-1. I don't care. Stop somebody. Play defense. This is why it's the NFL and not college, and you get the ball at like what, the 40-yard line. Basically, you're already in field goal range if you don't even move the ball. It's just stupid.
Yeah, the only argument I can see for that is like I said, like if you go down and kick a field goal, right? The other team goes down and kicks a field goal. Now that team that got the ball first does have the advantage of like we're getting the ball back, and now we just have to go kick another 3 points. Like, you know what I mean? It's a 2-for-1 factor too. There, it's not just a like possession for possession, but still, bottom line is make a stop.
I had 2 takeaways from this Chiefs-Bills game. One, first of all, it was a crazy game, but this was like Josh Allen's a really fucking good quarterback.
There we go. There it is. He's finally over.
Wow. I think we can end the pod now. That's it, guys. That's it. This is all this was for. This was just a 2-year thing to get Woody to admit it. Thank you for watching. This
well, yeah, you guys were crowning him like the next amazing player.
I mean,
when I thought it was
wrong.
Sorry, we can identify talent, and you can't. You still.
I guess so.
It's gonna be something.
Well, and that's to my second point. After like I came down from the high of the game, I was like, this is the best game I've ever seen. I was like, fuck. Like if you don't have a quarterback like Mahomes or Josh Allen or one of these top 5 guys, you really have zero chance. Like when you think like if your ultimate goal as a fan is to win a Super Bowl, like you're going to have to be able to slay one of the guys unless you can bottle the magic like Foles had the 1 year, which was insane. Awesome. Can't take it away. Every other year, it's like really good quarterbacks have to fucking win. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I don't think my team has that. So, and it just so happens the one quarter, like Brady was in the AFC East for like 18 years. Finally, he's gone. And Josh Allen's like, yeah, well, I can do that too. So it's just great. Yeah. I'm hoping the Dolphins like realign and go in like the AFC South.
This is just a funny thing that you just because you said Foles there. I saw this pop up on Twitter. It was a picture. It was a tweet from NFL, right? And it was just like 4 guys walking into the Super Bowl stadium, and it was Brady, Foles, Case Keenum, and Bortles. And somebody quoted was like, "The fact that Brady didn't get a ring out of this is absurd."
Yeah.
So that was the year. Like when we talk about everything going right, I mean, the Eagles didn't even have to play. Didn't get to play Blake Bortles in the Super Bowl. Obviously, they played Brady and had arguably one of the best Super Bowls ever. But like, we did play Case Keenum in the NFC Championship game. Like, it's not like we had
that year.
They were, but we did play Case Keenum. Like, you think about it, it's like play somebody with.
And then we played
all
Matt
three
Ryan and the
mistakes.
Falcons in the first round.
Yeah, a dead.
Another team that is not very scary.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't play. We
so-
didn't play scary teams, but it is just kind of funny to see, like, yeah, if you don't have that quarterback, man, like these two teams, like that's
It's
some
five and
crazy shit
6
that you're never gonna
guys.
see
It's
again.
not. There's not many of these guys, and you know if you have it or you don't. Like
I think
the Bengals
so. I
know
think
they have it in the future with Burrow. He is going to be that good
he's borderline right now. I think he's where Josh Allen
Yeah.
was maybe 2 years ago.
in his second year.
Yeah, but
That's
I think
incredible.
if you say 5 to 6 dudes, it's the 4 in the NFC AFC that we already mentioned, Lamar, or 5, I guess. Lamar.
I wouldn't even put Lamar in that
You're not
category.
putting Lamar
This
there?
is like next
He
level.
hasn't
No.
won. So Lamar's great, but he has literally won nothing.
Okay, so would you put?
It's
Do you think Herbert is there if you're putting Burrow there then?
Well, I'm not going to put Herbert
think-
there yet because he hasn't made the playoffs.
yeah. I think Burrow is far and ahead clear of him right now. Now this is going to
Just
change.
because of
course of years.
Would you have said that at the end of the season, like no playoff games? Burrow's way.
I don't
ahead of
know.
Herbert.
But that
Like, if we're
matters.
talking
Herbert-
Seeing
talent,
it
then I would
matters.
say no.
Because Herbert's going to be. Herbert's just has to get rid of this Chargers curse of losing games and like these whatever shit they keep doing. But like, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna see Herbert and Burrow maybe be your. If we're talking like passing the torch, you got Burrow, Big Ben passed it to Burrow, right? Phillip Rivers passed it to Herbert. Those two guys will be in the mix. Always might shoot up here and there, but for the most part they'll be down there. Then you got Brady to Mahomes, Peyton Manning to Josh Allen, right? That's gonna be that battle on that side. Does that all make sense? That's kind of where I'm at with
I'm
it.
following.
Yeah.
I'm following.
And then NFC wise, I don't know. Like it feels like the door is wide open for the NFC for somebody to be like the team of the next 5 years or whatever. Because it just I don't know. If San Francisco, if Trey Lance is the guy, then they could be the team. Honestly,
Sure. I've decided. I haven't done it yet, and if you guys want to do it, go for it. I'm going to start a fluid top 32 quarterbacks. Can change at any time, based on just what I need to have it all down. Because my other takeaway from, and I know this is dating myself a little bit, but I'm not in on Kyler Murray really.
Careful with that fluid list. You don't want to get the fans calling you a prisoner of the moment or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I don't know. I think like a QB power ranking. I think I might have to note tap it and just adjust accordingly. So.
Gotcha.
We can't do worse than Chris Sims.
Where am I putting Tua?
Off the jump. Tua today, fluid.
I think I could tell you where the guys he's around right now. It's Hurts and it's Wentz around there, and that's not great.
So in the 20s.
That's not company you want to keep. Yeah, I think so. Just off the top of my head, I don't know. I think Kyler's outside the top 10. I know Carl was giving me shit for that. I don't think that's crazy to say. What has he done? He's made some athletic plays you see on SportsCenter, but if you've actually he makes zero adjustments. He just relies on his ability, and that's fine. But
offense,
and that's fine.
Line up, yep, that guy's gonna blitz, but I'm not gonna slide shit over there.
He hasn't really beaten anybody, so yeah, I don't know. And Tannehill, because I've already started to do this in my head, and Tannehill is in like the 11 to 15 range, and that's crazy to say. Like that's better than average.
So you think Tannehill is that much better than Tua?
I think the top is just so much better.
I don't know.
I think just the breakdown.
Not that I don't think the tier difference is that big of a gap.
Basically. So you're saying
I think the top is very
yes,
good. Yeah, and then and then like the middle is like just the The middle depends on what week the season is, or how strong the wind is.
Yeah, that's fair. So
there's a big
15
gap
to 25 is like whatever order you want.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I would almost say that. Yeah. Like if I'm sure some people would have like Kirk Cousins at 18 or something like that, and somebody else will have like, I don't know, like
him at 10.
You would have like Jalen Hurts at like 16, and people would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But at the end, it's like we're literally splitting hairs with mediocre quarterbacks right now. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do that, but because I know we got to do our list at some point in the off season. So I want to be ready. That's all. But Josh Allen's earned my respect. He's gonna be here for a long time. That was my big takeaway.
He's awesome.
He's fucking good. Yeah. He's really good.
Let's let that high bring us right into next weekend. So you guys got,
well, before we do,
you guys got a Super Bowl.
Before we do, okay, Super Bowl. Off the cuff, I got Chiefs, and I got Rams. It's the chalk, but it's
chalk.
It just makes sense.
I'm going chalk.
Yeah,
I'm going Chiefs. San Francisco.
Okay.
I think they get him again.
All right. That would be quite like the storyline if they beat him again.
I think it is. I think it's the kryptonite. And then Jimmy G redemption hits the throw this year. Man.
Guys, that's the thing. If he wins, if he goes to the Super Bowl, like
you got to keep him, right?
But you're not gonna. You're gonna trade.
If he wins the Super Bowl, would you still trade him?
The Eagles did it.
I literally think they would. I think they would.
That was different, though.
Was it different?
Because he was a backup coming in for a guy you thought was a franchise guy. Like they've started Trey Lance, and I don't think there's anything in Trey Lance that is like he's definitely it. Like this is it. Like we'll give up everything. Like this is it. Like it's 100%. Like because then
they had an underthrown ball to Debo for a big touchdown.
They would have never let it. They would have never let Jimmy G come back if they were completely sold on Trey Lance. Like is better than Jimmy G, gives us a better chance to win. Like I don't think that's the case yet. Or might
we're seeing it now.
Be.
Jimmy G's banged up, thumb, shoulder, and he's still starting.
Lance is healthy.
Yeah. So
and he's not even. They're not even mixing him in like he was like coming in goal line packages and stuff. Like he's just not even playing.
It's kind of isn't it crazy to think look we could have another Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl, and 2 years ago you probably would have never thought that the 49ers were going to come back. Like I don't know if you thought like we would see that again. Like obviously you thought
no, we didn't.
They'd be there, but like you were like, all right, the 49ers, like what the fuck was that?
We didn't even know who Debo Samuel was, Ben.
Yeah.
No, we did. He was some guy who got hurt consistently every single year.
Emmanuel Sanders and Kittle were their go-to guys.
And Ayuk was supposed to be like the main dude this year. Like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. SBK, you took him. But coach openings, I mean, nobody's been hired, right? But the big news was Sean Payton done.
New opening out there,
with the Saints. I think that's like a great.
You think that's a great job?
On him. Why? No, I'm saying for him to make that decision. Like they have a veteran roster. Yeah, like no quarterback. Breeze is done. I
think that was more of it. I don't think he really is retiring. I think he was just like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to rebuild. Like, we're about to win 5 games next year. I don't want any part of Taysom Hill. Like, I don't want any part of this. Like, I'm just out. And then it's clear as day that Mike McCarthy's going to fucking get fired next year if they don't make the playoffs, right?
It's almost too obvious that is going to play out.
That's going to happen, right?
Like,
the Cowboys are not making the playoffs next year, and Sean Payton is going to – if they don't, Mike McCarthy's getting fired.
It's not even that. I think the Cowboys have to make. I literally think the Cowboys have to make the conference championship, or McCarthy's out.
I think I would even go further. I think the Cowboys have to start pretty hot next year.
You think it could be a mid-season fire?
I think they would. They just be like, all right, let's fire him and let's get Sean in here by.
Have they ever? 15. Has a team ever fired someone and then brought in a legit coach mid-season? I don't know. I don't think that's ever happened, but that would be awesome if McCarthy got canned week 5 and Peyton comes in and whips him up, and that would be insane. But I mean, he was so good with them, and he was like, I'll just drink on the beach and not go 4-14 or whatever, which is smart. I mean, for him, I got to imagine coaching is the most grueling, no sleep, never especially with your family job.
Know, that you don't have it, and when you lose a quarterback, you're like, oh, it's really fucking hard to do it without Breeze.
Yeah. So
I think he's that.
He'll
be in the mix up.
Yeah, sure, but and the job itself is not desirable, in my opinion, because
who are they gonna?
You're one of the. I mean,
get there.
Michael Thomas is like they're probably going to hire within.
You think?
Don't they have the longest tenured OC in the league?
Yeah, but the question has always been: is he the one actually making the play calls, or is it Peyton? And apparently,
No,
it's
I
been
think
Peyton.
Peyton
That's
was
why,
making the play calls. Yeah,
right?
I
And
mean, I
that's
feel like
why
there's a lot
none of
there's
us know his name.
I don't
he
know his
hasn't
name.
gotten any.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and he hasn't gotten any interviews. It's because I think he's probably just Peyton's buddy, or he's good at something else behind the scenes. So, but yeah, news. I mean, Harbaugh and Todd Bowles have been favored for Vegas.
Holy shit! The Panthers are going to hire Ben McAdoo as their offensive coordinator.
They already did.
McAdoo. Holy shit!
They literally fired Joe Brady, and you bring in McAdoo.
McAdoo brain. Bears got a GM, Ryan Poles.
Yep.
Okay, from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen these little hype videos for the GMs that they're getting put out? Because they're really fucking lame. It's like
The
these
Giants signed
the Giants and the Bears
the
did one, and it's literally just these guys like pulling up to the facility at like 4:30 in the morning, and they're like, "Let's get to work." It's like, shut the fuck. What is this?
So stupid.
Minnesota just hired a GM.
They did.
Sorry, man, I cannot.
It's a long name. Yeah, I can't either. It's fine.
Giants GM makes sense. Coaching GM interviews. Ravens.
Yeah, it sounds like the Dolphins and the Giants are fighting over the same guys. It's Dayball and well, they're really only fighting over
Bears.
Bears
have a ton of people.
Well, what the Giants GM was with the Bills, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems to be the full list that everybody's interviewing, right? Dennis Allen, Saints defensive coordinator. Todd Bowles.
That's who's probably going to get the job.
Yep. Todd Bowles, Jim Caldwell, Brian Dable, Matt Eberflus. I don't know.
DC for the Colts.
Yeah.
Eberflus.
Brian Flores. I hear they're asking a ton of like Dolphins people, like, what the fuck happened there, and like they're all giving them.
I would.
News. Leslie Frazier. That's a throwback name. Nathaniel Hackett, Brian Leftwich, Doug Peterson, or Pedersen, some people, and Dan Quinn. So we're just Dan Quinn.
Some people. Dude, Dan Quinn has become like the hot name. I think Dan Quinn ends up in Denver or Chicago.
Denver does love their defensive guys, but man, I feel like Denver really. I feel like they got to shift that mindset and go offense. I
did a little digging on this. Dan Quinn, I know he gets the bad rap from, and I think maybe we even talked about this.
Hines Ward is getting the coaching interview. Sorry, that's great.
I think that was
that's Houston giving him Hines Ward, and Josh McCown got a fucking what the fuck are the Texans doing? They haven't interviewed. I'm sorry to interrupt what you were saying, but they have interviewed Brian Flores. Okay, whatever. It's been Jonathan Gannon, who they're like expected to hire. Joe Lombardi, the Chargers offensive coordinator, Josh McCown, and Hines Ward. Sorry.
And Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
God, dumbass.
Yeah.
All right.
Some organizations are destined to just not do anything. By the way, the Giants said today they are not trading for Watson and they are building around Daniel Jones. So
to accentuate what he does best.
Yeah. So why would you say that? Who's going to rightfully want to come there and be like, I want to go to there and work with Daniel Jones, and we're going to build around him and make him great?
Yep.
Probably a coach that hasn't had a head coaching job before and wants to be a head coach.
Which is fair. That's fine. But that's not the type of guy you want to get, right? You want to get a guy that everybody wants. So I don't know. It sounds like Giants are
also
shooting themselves in the foot.
Consistently.
Love the Giants. You can't come in as the new GM or whatever and just be like, all right, everybody's gone. Like he's trying to play nice, but they're
sure
motherfuckers.
But
who do you want the Dolphins to hire? That's the real question.
I want Brian Daboll. He's got history with Tua.
That's who you want.
He's transformed Josh Allen because don't forget, like there was a time when like 2 years in, Josh Allen might not work out. That was
You're
a real
right.
thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I remember.
And I don't know.
Complete a pass.
No.
He just threw the ball like a missile.
Yes, which he still does, and that's great.
It's awesome.
I want Dayball. The question is, can he get a staff around him? I don't know, but he has experience with Tua. If we're sticking with Tua, like Stephen Ross said, might as well get a guy who worked with him at Alabama. So
I mean, I don't
Dayball
rate
is
the
one.
guys they're firing or interviewing anyway. So you got Dayball, Frazier, Leslie Frazier.
I don't want Frazier.
Do you want Vance
My
Joseph?
second one? No. There's only two guys. It's Dayball and it's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want. I don't want Vance Joseph. Kellen Moore's seems like he's an idiot if you're calling a draw. That's it. And I would even consider Dan Quinn as like option 3.
Leader of men.
But
you have that in Flores.
Yeah. Well, maybe too much of a leader, apparently. I don't know.
We're really about to get jumped.
So what do you think? The Flores situation, I think, really went south because he wanted Watson. And the organization wanted to just keep Tua. That's got to be where the divide really went. Yeah,
and it probably goes deeper because, right, I mean, you get multiple offensive coordinators who don't pan out. So it's and that's on him, right, as the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but he's saying if we can literally just get anybody with talent, like my defense is doing its part, we just need to get someone to get us over the hump. And yeah, I mean, obviously Tua's not that guy right now. So.
But I don't think I think
people forget they were 1-7 and they beat.
It's too early to give up on him for sure.
Yeah, go like spend some real money on the offensive line, and go get another or draft another. This draft is receiver heavy out the ass, and there's plenty of free agent receivers, plenty of offensive line that are available. You literally have the most cap, and some people say cap is not real. That's fine, but they have the most. Go get a Godwin or a Gallup. Devontae Adams probably won't want to come here. Michael Thomas I'm guessing they're going to trade him. Somebody who's big, pair him with Waddle, re-sign Gesicki, and let's see.
Juju.
Or Juju. And you have 2 first-round draft picks next year. So if Tua doesn't work out, fine. It'll be sad. I'm still like, I really want him to be the guy.
Tank for Tua.
Like, if it doesn't work out, oh yeah. If it doesn't work out, you have the draft picks to make something happen the following year. So let's build around him as best as possible. And
it's literally right there, Woody, is my exact argument for Jalen Hurts. Literally the same exact thing. If he doesn't pan out next year, you have hopefully they trade one of these first round picks, they trade back, and then they get another first round next year. I think we're all anticipating they do something like that. And then they have 2 next year. So if it doesn't work out, they have the ammunition to move up for quarterback.
Wait, so you're okay with them taking a first round quarterback next year, but not this year?
Yes.
Yes.
2-year sample size is plenty to see if a guy can pan out or not.
Sure, absolutely. But if the guy's there, you take him.
No.
You take your guy.
CJ Stroud, Bryce Young are both better than anybody in this class.
If they're there.
Who you're saying if?
Okay, so who's your guy?
Who do you?
I don't have a guy. I'm not having a guy. My guy doesn't matter. That's the big I don't do this my guy shit anymore because my guy is on the Vikings and he always will be on the Vikings. And I don't do this my guy shit anymore because Howie has his guy that has a 5th round grade that he's going to pick in the 1st round. So that's the overarching argument of my whole thing is like, yes, whatever the Eagles do is going to be stupid because the guy doing it is fucking stupid. So it's going to be a fucking disaster. But you're already seeing articles. Articles have already come out. I was just 3 weeks early on it. The Eagles are going to do something with these picks to get a quarterback in some way or another, or set themselves up to get a quarterback.
Which is fine.
They're going to do something. When you have 3 first-round picks for the first time, probably, or one of the only times ever in your franchise, probably, it has to equal something. And it's not just going to equal 2 offensive linemen and a defensive line. Like, it's just not. Like, it's going to they're going to get a quarterback out of it. Whether it's
given this
Russell Wilson
state of your franchise
or Aaron Rodgers or whoever, or drafting a guy that falls to them. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's not going to be the right guy.
They're going to draft a quarterback in the 1st round. They're not going to do it. Stop. They're not doing it. I'm telling you.
It's not going to be the right guy, and it's going to be something you hate. But I'm telling you, get ready.
They're not going to do it. They're not.
Why not? Why not? Why do you think this organization has any brains? That you're so dumbfounded that they would do that, but they will. Like they will. If the guy is there, they will. 1,000%.
I guess I just don't know who that guy is. I have.
Either do I. No, I'm not saying
It doesn't
I do.
exist. That's why they're
saying,
not going to do it.
I'm just saying that like the way the draft capital is, like if there's a quarterback that falls, like that's supposed to go in the top 10, that falls to 18 or wherever the fuck we're at, I'm telling you, they're gonna take them. Like they just will. Like that's just who this team is.
Truly believe, because I've heard reports that these bad my guy picks, Howie has his board, and then the Eagles scouting department, I forget his name, Adam something, I forget his name, the head scout, they have their board, and
Right.
Howie, Jalen Reagor was Howie's guy, and they're like, no,
Right.
you can't do this. And that was like the final straw with Howie does his thing and the scouts do their thing, and it's like Howie just kind of picks and chooses. I'm telling you, I've heard
didn't look like in the draft from last year when we were giving fist pounds and everybody was pissed off because it was a bad pick.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So going forward, it's going to be more of a collective thing, and that's going to be better for the Eagles.
I guess. Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, they're more competent than I was maybe shouting about last year. Thanks for the clip, Woody, putting that in the chat.
It was pretty good. Don't worry, if you keep scrolling, you'll see I say the 2020 Bucks don't make the playoffs at the end of the
so that's good. But like I still don't I until I see it, I don't trust this front office still. So like with these 3 picks, I think it's going to be a very eggshell summer for us, just waiting to see what the fuck they do, because there's going to be rumors flying all the time of like we're trading for Russell Wilson this week. Like we're going to hear that multiple times. Like it's going to come.
That's not happening.
I don't think it is either, but you're going to hear rumors about that. You're going to hear rumors about we're trading for Watson. Like Watson is been rumored to us for a year and a half now. So
I'll have more on who the Eagles will draft when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. All right. New segment alert. Why the NFL is king on Sunday night. The Chiefs-Bills game drew an audience of 43 million. That's a lot of people. I don't know what to compare that to, but I heard the difference from the divisional round from this year to last year. That difference was more than the people who watched the NBA finals. Yeah. And there's multiple games in the NBA final, which there is in the divisional round too.
Something like 90% of TVs in Kansas City were on the game or something like that.
Yeah. So just sticking with that theme, today, Scout brought this up to talk about, which is a very good point. The MLB and their Hall of Fame.
Chester of sports.
Mm-hmm. They decided on Barry Bonds last year, which is there's controversy with the steroids, whatever. He's not in the Hall of Fame. So
somebody never tested positive for PEDs, by the way.
Ever.
Just a little known, but never tested positive. Just little nugget. But go ahead, Scott.
So
floor is yours.
Yep.
Baseball is just an absolute nightmare, and I saw one of the writers, I retweeted it today on Twitter. He said it's time for the Major League Baseball to strip us of our Hall of Fame voting rights. A Hall of Fame voter said you need to strip the media from voting for the Hall of Fame, because it's absolutely I don't even know a word to describe what is going on here. Sure, I know I need a stronger word than that. I don't know if it's gonna.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's strong. That's not. But yeah,
ludicrous.
Ludicrous. That's a good one. Ludicrous that these guys are able to just keep guys out of the best player in Major League Baseball history is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. How is that possible?
And all his stats still stand.
Yeah. If you send
it literally makes absolutely no sense, and that's why the NFL is king.
If you send in a blank ballot, you should never be able to allow to vote again.
Yeah.
Those little losers that do that shit. Get off your fucking high horse. Just he didn't let me interview him one time after the game, so I don't fucking vote for him anymore. Go fuck yourself.
But that's what people said. That
people
who covered Barry Bonds was like an asshole, and they didn't like him. And then he had, obviously he roided up, but he didn't test positive. But I mean,
never test positive. Well,
obvious.
This is the bullshit though. This is the bullshit though. They like David Ortiz. David Ortiz had a cool personality. Right. David Ortiz tested positive for PEDs. It's just not talked about. It's just not talked. No, but what? Barry Bonds is not on that report.
He tested positive, and
the same
Bonds
report
didn't.
That Alex Rodriguez is on that he didn't get. He only got 30% of the vote because of being on that fucking report and all this other bullshit.
Alex Rodriguez
they just
tested positive multiple times.
Sure, but he was on the
Roid.
But I'm just saying, in 2003, they're on the same. In 2003, they're on the same fucking report. He's on the same report that all these other dudes are on that
just
don't
do
get
some
in.
research on that.
But
That report really isn't an accurate
I'm just
one,
saying, sure, but I'm just saying all the other dudes that are on it are not in. So why is it David Ortiz in there? Oh, because you fucking liked him and you could, he was a media personality. And fuck all these media people, dude. They all made a ton of money.
They're all old. Yes.
Yeah, and they all made their careers off of the fucking steroid era.
Yes.
So get the hell out of here. The MLB's a joke. I think somebody should really just start a new Hall of Fame. Like, just call it the Baseball Hall of Fame and just be like, this is the actual Hall of Fame. Like, fuck this stupid one that they think.
How many times have we seen like the NFL try to be reinvented? Why doesn't someone just do it with baseball?
You really could, because this is
right now. You can do it.
You got enough baseball fields across the America.
Fuck it, dude.
Make it happen.
Who cares?
They're gonna have another lockout anyways. They're having another
Roger
lockout.
Clemens didn't get in, and this was his last year.
Jimmy Rollins barely kept eligibility. He had like 9% of the vote. Like, what?
That's my guy.
Dude, like, I'm not saying Jimmy Rollins is the best shortstop of all time, but I think that's what they want you to be. It's almost it's almost like you have to be the best player of your time at your position for the whole time you played. And they can't ever look at it like, hey, maybe there was 3 good first basemen that just happened to play. Like, that'd literally be like looking at it like, all right, out of Big Ben, Peyton Manning, and Eli, we only got 1 Hall of Famer here. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, no, they can all be Hall of Famers. Like, why are you guys doing it like this?
Yeah.
I hate totally. I hate everything about the MLB. I'm pretty much out on the MLB, to be completely honest.
No, I'm with you.
I'm actually more into hockey recently than
dude, hockey. I've been saying it, dude.
Like, hockey's on the come up.
Hockey's gonna overtake it for sure.
Yeah, because they're actually getting shit right. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's some puckheads out there that are telling me all the things that they're getting wrong. But baseball, man. I mean, until they get.
Did you guys know that Barry Bonds had over 600 intentional walks?
It's crazy.
It's stupid.
Wait, I
know who the next guy is?
Who?
Albert Pujols has
first ballot Hall of Famer.
Has half of the amount of intentional walks. Barry Bonds was intentionally walked with bases loaded.
Wait,
they literally would concede.
They would walk him with bases loaded.
Dude, they would walk him. With nobody on too. They would walk him with nobody on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like how good he was. He won 4 MVPs in a row.
Big Cat tweeted this today, right? From 2001
I think he has 7 total.
39.5% of all Barry Bonds at bats ended in a walk or home run. In that time span, he also reached base 94% of his games played.
That's insane.
3 years span, basically missed base like 40 times.
This is the same sport where if you do something good 3 out of 10 times, you're considered great.
Yeah,
and he's doing that. So,
and there's literally YouTube videos of like, if Barry Bonds played without a bat and you put a fucking DH in, get the fuck out of here. MLB, you're a joke. Nobody should visit that Hall of Fame. Nobody should go to any speeches. David Ortiz, you shouldn't make a speech. You should protest the game completely, I think. I mean, I'm David Ortiz, go make a speech. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Congrats on the achievement, but like, literally, I mean, like, come on,
Big Poppy.
For the rest of the,
I like Poppy.
Yeah, but they literally just vote for people that they liked in the media. That's why. And like the one fucking dude, who was the one dude that didn't vote for Rivera because he didn't think anybody could be unanimous or something.
Unanimous, yeah.
Right, like, you shouldn't get a vote.
People.
They just have like their own rules that like fucks over like people's
Unwritten
like
rules.
literally like lives of people. Like these people are like, yo, like I really want to be in, you know, the whole whatever. This is what I've been working towards my whole life, my professional life. And they're like, yeah, but remember when you didn't sign autographs at 2 a.m. for those kids? Well, I was waiting outside too, so fuck you. And this guy over here, he actually hasn't filled in a ballot since '93 because he doesn't think anybody's been as good. So it's like, all right, like fuck these dudes.
Yeah. Best worst of the week, and we'll wrap it up.
Baseball writers, worst of the week.
Nice.
Fuck all you.
Damn. Worst of the week. The Packers ended my betting career.
Yeah. Like forever or like temporary?
We'll see.
Super Bowl, he'll be back.
Yeah, Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Worst of the week. I received this in the mail today.
Love it.
If you've
Here it
been,
is. I was hoping you were going to bring this up.
staying with our storyline, I sent Max when I was up 40 points after week 1 of the championship silver medal because I had it in the bag. I had Debo, I had Cooper Kupp, I had Kamara, I had Eckler, I had all these guys. I'm not going to lose. Up 40. I lost. And then he sent me this, the number 2 on the back because I am number 2.
He was number 2.
And I'll just say this. I deserve it. But the quality of Fanatics is not great. This is a piece of crap t-shirt, if I'm being honest here. And that's nothing on our friend Max. I think it's more on the company because I know they've made some big deals, but just this is a brand new shirt. And it looks, you probably can't tell, but looks very washed out. Looks like I bought it at a boardwalk. And so I would just consider buying your stuff elsewhere.
There it is, upset.
But that's my worst of the week. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
He's so upset. He's trying to put other man's company out of business. He's like, yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
good one,
it looks
but this
worn
shirt
out.
sucks.
And you can't tell, but if you're in person, you'd be able to tell. But it looks like shit.
You're gonna get him.
So,
You're gonna get him. He's like, if I just take
I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this shirt.
Frame it. Motivation.
You're about to wear it all week, bro. Whole weekend. About 2 months.
Phoenix, I should wear it.
So
yeah, that was.
Can we
I thought
get
it was
the
my
text
ring.
breakdown? Because there was some funny text in there.
There were some funny texts
from the just what was the like?
Yeah. Well, so okay. Well, I was at work and I was getting this FedEx notification of like a package was coming, and I thought it was like my ring because I had ordered my ring through after I tried it on and everything, and so I was like, oh, like can you go get my ring? Basically, she was like, it looks like clothes. I was like, I didn't order clothes, so I said, just open it and show me, and she sent me a picture of a dolphin
wait,
shirt.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what are you talking about as clothes? Like, and I just didn't expect this from
the best line in there is I think it's a fuck you.
Yeah. Okay. This was the text exchange with
says your name.
Yeah. So I go, that might not be my ring. She said, nope, it feels like clothes. I said, I didn't order any. She said, the other came in a plain brown box, right? I said, yeah. She said, it feels like clothes. That's odd. Didn't open it. I'm curious. She said, LOL, a dolphin shirt. I said, from who? WTF, send a pic. She says your name, which I don't know if she was referring to the box because my name is not on the shirt. And then she sends me a picture of number 2. LMFAOOO. I think it's a fuck you. I said, no fucking way. Because I knew exactly what it was. She said, I'm dead. I'm actually LOLing. It's fucking Max. I deserve it, of course. But I just
well played, Max. Well played.
I thought he was going to give it to me in Arizona or at the wedding or something. Just return of the silver medal. No, he gave me a washed out shirt.
You put that return address on that medal. That's the problem.
Yeah. So.
No, he texted me for your address.
Oh.
GG Max. But that being said, I hope the league can take that, and we need more.
More rivals.
I think a rivalry has officially
It has. This is
Yeah.
when I used to work at WWE, they did a lot of promos and stuff. This was a big promo between Max and I.
We haven't had a rivalry for a while. I mean, we had BK
No.
and Carl playing it out of the bottom for the first half of
Yeah, and then Carl freaking
the
won.
creation. Yeah, and then Carl blew
So-
BK out. Now, me and
Yeah.
Dave had
That's
a
my
little
worst of the
rivalry
week.
for a little while there. But
Yeah. Number 2. Fucking. It would have been the only way this would have been worse is if it was like a legit jersey.
yeah,
Like, what am I going to do with that? So yeah, that's what I got in the mail today. Best of the week, just the Chiefs. Just the whole weekend was unbelievable.
football.
Yeah, just fucking awesome.
My best of the week, new chair, Respawn gang.
Speedy, black and
Hello.
red.
Gang.
Yeah, black and red, only because that was a prime option to get here Tuesday. So nice, easy installation, and we're rock and rolling. The worst of the week is fucking cold as shit, dude. I don't know. You fucking don't know about that, but it's so effing cold out in this bitch. It's like
It is very cold.
teens out here, man. And like, yeah, third floor problems. I don't know. Maybe it's just the pipes get cold. I don't know. Somebody's gonna tell me we're so wrong, but like, shower water's a little colder in the winter, so it's just as
That's not
wake
good.
up. No.
It's bitterly cold
Yeah.
out here on the East Coast.
Brutal.
Best of the week. I am Madden Super Bowl champion again for the second time in 3
Came
years.
down to a coin flip.
Thank you. Just like the Chiefs and the Bills, came down to a coin flip, easy money, overtime. See you later. My 75 overall quarterback is. What can I
He's
say?
proved his worth.
Yep.
He's sticking around.
I mean, for those listening, it's really been a two-sided race for a long time. Sloth has the most Madden experience, and I just feel like he should have won a Super Bowl by now. I think he gets bored or something. I don't know.
I do get bored.
He gets bored and he says, "Fuck it, I'm throwing it deep."
That's essentially what happened. Threw it deep.
And at least you
picked.
make it to the conference championship. BK has never even made a divisional round.
Keep
With the
trading
best
away,
team.
BK. Keep trading
Yeah.
away. You'll get enough superstars to make it one day.
Three more first round picks coming up.
So yeah. All right. You got anything else?
No, I'm just hoping for a little more competition next season. That's all.
Fuck off.
Got it.
Undefeated. Coming your way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I literally gifted you a win in the regular season, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Conference championship recap, looking ahead to the Super Bowl. Then we have that bye week, that weird bye week in between. So yeah.
Hey, shout out to Javon Hargrave for stepping in and making the Pro Bowl for the Birds. Number 3. For the Birds.
There you
And
go.
Brandon Brooks retiring.
Yeah.
See you later,
Shout
man.
out to Brandon Brooks. Thanks for the cap space.
Later.